Hey all, I'm in the middle of a series talking about Jude's admonition, keeping yourself in the love of God. And this week I've been talking about the love of God because if you don't find that attractive, intriguing, or useful, that is in some way helpful to the betterment of you, why would you want to? I know, because He is God and I have to. Well, that is old covenant theology, and I no longer buy it. The love of God is attractive and intriguing. It draws me in and excites me, and it's useful. You and I were made with self interest. We order our day by what we feel will add to it. And God, by the way, has self interest. Jesus went to the cross for the joy that was set before him. For most Christians, our large perception of God is saving a wretch like me. And then it follows that my responsibility is to unwretch myself with God's help and to work for God. These two things are a large part of our lives, no doubt about it. But what if Adam never sinned? What if the world didn't need to be forcibly subjugated? That's what God told Adam in the garden as part of his purpose to put the kibosh, which is the Hebrew word here for ruling the earth because the devil had taken large parts of it and we were to subjugate it. But what if the devil wasn't around? So think about you without a self-improvement project or any project at all. What is your purpose for being? I said yesterday that John talks through different stages or perceptions of life and God and our own self that we grow through. The little children stage is where we are aware of our imperfections and use them to know God and to grow. And then there are young men who are grown and who are working for the Lord. But then he points way back to the eternity of God where we find the real reason you were made, and that's to know him who is from the beginning. You were made in the image of God. While there are libraries filled with books about this, let me put this in a nutshell. There you are. There I am. Uh, there it is. When God sees you, he sees himself. And when you see God, you see yourself. John said in his epistle, behold, think about this. Think about the kind or type of love the Father has given you, that you should be called a child of God, and so you are. Beloved, now you are God's child. What you will be has not yet been revealed, but we know that when he appears, we, you, me, shall be like him, because we shall see him as he is. There's something so attractive in you that when he looks on you, his breath is taken away. Agape love is a love that includes so much more than loving you because that's what he does. He loves misfits. He loves the broken. He loves the sinners for sure, but that definition should be a doorway into the full panoply of his love. He loves you as a dad. I'm not discounting the awesomeness and solemnity of the Father. There are some fearful things said in the Bible about the Father, but I don't see Jesus walking around in fear. He came to reveal the Father, and he would be much more comfortable with the image of Father Christmas, ho, 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 than a taskmaster. And he loves you as a friend. Jesus says, you are my friends. I know an if follows that, but think about your best friend. It can't compare with the relationship that God has brought you into with himself. You read about David and Jonathan. This is the picture of what best friends forever are, and this is a picture of the relationship God has had with himself within the Godhead forever and the relationship he's inviting you into. And he loves you as a lover. Paul says some heretical things in Ephesians, and one is that he describes the entirety of the marriage relationship, and he's pointing to you. Whether sitting at the kitchen table having dinner together or sharing the bed, he's saying, I'm talking about Christ and the church. I'm talking about Jesus and you. We are to keep ourselves in awareness of this love. Do you think a relationship with this sort of dad will help you? Do you think a relationship with God as your BFF will put you at ease? Do you think a relationship as a lover will change your perception of yourself? I think so. Next week, I'm going to go over some of the how-tos that Jude teaches. But ask God to open your heart to a growing awareness of his love, his great, great love, his love that just incorporates so much more than you, the wretch, being loved by one who loves wretches. These are prayers God promises to answer. So until next week.